Bienvenidos, come on in. Hi, I'm John Agather. I know what you're thinking. ¿Quién es este gordo pelón? And why is he the chairman of the San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce? Well, this is my story. So I was born and raised Mexico City, loved it. Spanish is obviously my mother tongue, and didn't learn how to speak English really until I was 5, 6 years old. My dad was from Montana. He was a pilot during World War II. And then my mother was from New York. Well, the best memories of Mexico is tacos, enchiladas de mole, chicharrones, churros. What I cherished the most about Mexico was that it is the best food on the planet. But I also loved being able to be exposed to such a rich culture. Mexico is a country that really cherishes children. I always felt like every adult in Mexico was looking out for me. If I had gotten lost somewhere in Mexico, any adult there would have made sure that I would have been home okay. And I also loved, because my grandmother lived with us in our house and was a much older lady, and affirmed how much she was adored and cherished. So a culture that takes care of the very young and takes care of the old and treats them with an amazing amount of respect. Those are values that I've carried with me to this day. I've been flying my entire life. I was fortunate to have a father that was a phenomenal pilot, and I miss flying with him. And then also my dad had a huge passion in fishing. So the airplane was really there to facilitate us going fishing every weekend. Well, obviously, having been born and raised in Mexico, I mean, as a little kid, Mexicano de Huarache, and coming to San Antonio, it was really great because this was a bicultural, bilingual community. The first time that I got involved, which was then the Cámara de Comercio de México, I was trying to increase awareness of trade between San Antonio and Mexico. That I thought, well, it's right next door. We need to have a better commercial window. Of all the organizations I've ever been involved with, and some of them have started and chaired several of them, I've never enjoyed time on an organizational board more than I have on the Hispanic Chamber Board. It is an groupment of people that are phenomenally talented, passionate about what they do. And because I think that the roots were in discrimination, the principal core values of fairness and diversity and making sure that everybody has an equal opportunity, those are things that appeal to me. They're universal values. I mean, I love hanging out with everybody on this board, everybody that is involved with the chamber. Every Chamber of Commerce should do the kinds of things that the San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce does. It's a chamber with a heart. As soon as I was elected, Erica Prosper Nierenberg, my predecessor, and somebody that I have tremendous admiration for, she was a great mentor to me. She says, you know, you're going to have to come up with a theme. And I said, well, I want to talk about cultura mexicana and, you know, culture of Latinoamericana and what brings there. She says, a culture of excellence. I said, that's exactly what I want to talk about. So it's really about how the things that define the Latino culture are really universal values that not only do the United States of America well, but they're good values to take out to the whole world.
Now, introducing the San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce 2019 Chairman, Mr. John Agather.